Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be doing the Florida Gators and predicting their schedule this season. Let's get started. So, um, the starting quarterback for the Florida Gators, in my opinion, will be Emory Jones. Um, you know, the other quarterback that might be considered is probably Anthony Richardson. Um, but Emory Jones has a good bit of playing time under his belt. He's also fairly he's also kind of a veteran. Also, Dan Mullen, he likes quarterbacks that can like run a little bit, and Emory Jones clearly fits that. So I think Emory Jones will be the starting quarterback this year for Florida. Um, so yeah, let's talk about what you returned this year. Um, Damian Pierce, your starting running back, returns. Very good to have him back. You also return Malik Davis, another running back. So that's gonna be running backs 1 and 2 right there. So from what I see with this, is that Florida's running game is gonna be fairly strong this season. So that's always fun to see. If you are a Florida fan. So yeah, you also return Jacob Copeland. I believe he was your number third guy in the receiving depth chart. This year he probably is number 1 or 2 now. So he should have a better season. Could be a breakout candidate. So that should be good to see. And yeah, so let's talk about what you lost. You lost Kyle Trask. He went to the Buccaneers. Emory Jones is a fine replacement, in my opinion, so I'm not really worried here. However, what I am worried about though is you lose Kadarius Toney, you also lose Kyle Pitts, and you lose Trayvon Grimes. Your whole offense. You also lose 2 offensive linemen, I believe. Your whole offense just got like depleted, and the chances of Florida having just as good as an offense as they did last year is very slim. I don't see that happening. Um, so yeah, I also have said I've been very down on Florida this year just because their defensive coordinator, I think his last name is Grantham or something. He's not a good defensive coordinator, so I am fairly worried on the offense and also on the defense, but it is Florida, so you can't really see them losing too many games. So with that being said, let's get started here with their schedule. Week 1, you face Florida Atlantic. Again, I like these games. You help me out a in-state school with a nice paycheck. They also rely on these paychecks sometimes. I expect you to win this game fairly easily. Definitely in the double digits. And yeah, week 2, you actually go on the road to face USF. That this could be a fairly interesting matchup. But I don't see you losing to USF this season. Um, it is on the road, so I guess it could be close in the first half, but Florida should pull away this game. So I have you being USF there week 2. Now, this game is going to be really good. The Alabama game. You get them at home. Alabama also loses a good bit of talent, but it's Alabama. You kind of have to expect that, they're going to be fine. This year, you get Alabama and LSU out of the West, which sucks. Like, that just sucks, because I do think LSU and Alabama are the number 1 and 2 in that division. Um, so that sucks a lot if you're a Florida fan. Um, I think this is going to be a really good game, though, Florida Alabama. Um, Alabama's probably going to be favored this match. Um, And it's hard to pick you here because like Florida's defense is just not good anymore, and the offense lost so much that it's hard for me to pick you winning this game. So I have to go with Alabama here. However, I do think this could be a very close game. Um, if the offense is like non-existent, then nah, But hopefully those two warm-up games can help out the offense a lot, and maybe the defense a little bit. But again, I'm more confident in Nick Saban than I am in Florida as a whole. So I will pick Alabama to win this game. Which sucks, because I do think Florida can definitely win this game, but I'm just more comfortable taking Alabama here. Week 4 against Tennessee. I expect you to win this game easily. Tennessee lost a lot, and that whole scandal going on at Tennessee right now, they're not gonna have a lot of talent this year. You also get them at home. I don't see a way how you lose this game. Um, Tennessee also hasn't had much success against you as a whole. So I do think you will win this game. Week 5 against Kentucky. It's also at Kentucky. Man, this is going to be a really good game. This could also decide second place in the SEC East. This is going to be a really good game. I'm fairly high on Kentucky this year. Kentucky is also arguably the second best team in the East. I'm not saying they are, but some people do think that. You also have to play Kentucky on the road. And you know, this could be the best game of week 5. Looking at week 5, there's that Auburn LSU game and stuff, but man, this is gonna be a really good game. But I kept going back and forth on this, but I've decided to give this game to Florida just because, mostly because of history. Also, if we got talent, I think Florida has a much more talent than Kentucky. Um, Also, Florida has consistently beaten Kentucky. I think the last like 50 years or something. So I'm gonna go with Florida here. But this is gonna be a good game, in my opinion. I can't wait for this game. It's gonna be very underrated. I don't think much people are gonna be. I don't think much people are gonna be like watching this game, but man, I will be. It's gonna be a good game. But yeah, I do have you winning it though. Next game against Vandy, I think it's an easy win. Every year, Vandy is a baseball program. Vandy just doesn't have the recruitment or the program to really pick a fight against Florida. I think Florida easily wins this game. I want to say by at least 2 touchdowns. You know, Then you go on the road to face LSU. Now, people are kind of down on LSU. I'm not, because I don't take 2020 into like a whole I don't really care about 2012 that much because it was such like a weird year. I think LSU is gonna be probably like a top 10 team again. If you saw my LSU video, you already know where I'm going here. I do have LSU winning this game, which puts you at 2 losses. I just think like getting LSU on the road sucks, and seeing how they beat you last year, that also sucks a little bit. They also beat you in 2019, I believe. It sucks. I like LSU here, a lot, and yeah, You also gotta think that LSU also brings back a lot more than you do, so that's not good. Then you get your bye week, and this is where this could probably decide the SEC East here if my predictions are right. The Georgia Florida game's always good, and I went back and forth on this as well, just because people were saying, "Oh well, one team wins this game every 3 years." So Florida won it last year, so people are thinking that they are gonna win it next 2 years now. Because it's been like that last 12, 13 years now. It's been like that. Um Listen, do you remember the Florida Kentucky stuff? Florida was on like a 40 something game winning streak against Kentucky, but then Kentucky won. which basically it like broke the chain. Listen, man, stuff has to come to an end at some point. Um, so I think Florida ends the chain of 3 years in a row of winning, and I think Georgia does get you here. Um, Georgia just has much more talent coming back. They also like Georgia's gonna be like Georgia's offense could be elite this year. Now, it might not be because Kirby Smart is a more defensive mind, and Georgia's offense has struggled a good bit last couple of years. But man, like I don't see how Georgia can really like lose this game, man. This could be a really good game, but I have to side with Georgia here, man. Next week you fight South Carolina. I think this is the easy win. South Carolina has a first-year head coach, also not very talented. I think they finished like 90 or something like that in recruiting this year. That's not good to see. I think Shane Beamer's gonna have a very rough year at South Carolina this year. I think you win that game easily. I'm not gonna waste any time here with Sanford. You should win that game easily. I want to say by 20 points at worst, which puts you now at 7-3. Now, here's another good game at Missouri. Again, Missouri could arguably be the second best team in the SEC East this year, and I don't think it's crazy to say that. Missouri, Kentucky, Florida, those three teams are going to be fighting for second place right now, in my opinion. I went back and forth on this as well, but I side with Florida just because I don't see Florida losing 4 games this year. I think Florida's way too talented. I think Dan Mullen he's not bad enough to lose 4 games, in my opinion, in the regular season. So I picked Florida there. And last game is Florida State. I like what Florida State is doing this year. Um, but they still need another year or two to get back on the map, in my opinion. You also get them at home. I think that's a win there. So yeah. Which puts you at 9-3. Again, that could be kind of low, but I just think I don't like the defensive coordinator for Florida. I also think you lost way too much on offense this year for me to pick you to do any better than that. 10-2, I could see it, but I think 9-3 is more likely, so I went with that route. And yeah, again, I'm kind of low on Florida. However, I don't think they are a full loss team. I think 3 losses is near perfect. But yeah, so with that being said, listen, man, you could lose to Missouri and Kentucky, and I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't see losing 4 or 5 games. So, very hard schedule. Again, in the SEC, that kind of happens a lot, unfortunately. So yeah, that being said, peace.